So in the US, you would call this a windbreaker. It breaks the wind.
It breaks the wind. You like Avatar.
You can jump into it.
Yeah. Who's jumping? How are you jumping into it?
Waistcoat. Have you heard that before?
Never.
Seriously? Really?
Hello. Hi, I'm Christina from the US.
Hi, I'm Callie from the US.
Hi, I'm Lauren from the UK.
Hi, I'm Hannah from the UK. So I think that in British English, we tend to keep a lot of the vowels. So we have U's in words like color or favorite versus American where they just kind of take everything out. So yeah, American seems shorter, simpler.
I've never been to the UK before, so honestly, I don't know much about British English except for like having met some people from the UK. And when I'm teaching English here, then I do notice that as well. The U is always added in.
I always feel like it's missing, so I feel a little bit lonely. People will be like, why have you put a U there? You spelled it wrong. And I'm like, no, this is right. I swear.
For me too, some of the different words, I think we have like some different words for stuff like the loo. You guys say the loo, right? Versus like the bathroom, just little things like that.
Yeah, probably too much.
Yeah, way too much.
I like clothes, but I hate shopping. I get really like bored and frustrated.
I love clothes, I love fashion, but I don't like spending money.
Yes, I know.
Overalls, right?
Yeah,
overalls.
in the US, we call it overalls.
In the UK, we call them dungarees.
Dungarees.
It's such a weird word, right? It's
I
weird.
would never think of calling them overalls.
Overalls.
That sounds like what you're using to paint.
But I think that's what it's from, like, because people would wear them for the...
That sounds like an Australian term to me, dungarees.
They probably... Do they?
Something
sounds
about
accurate.
it sounds super Australian to me.
Overalls because it's
Over all of your clothes.
It's funny that you say that like they're a kids thing, but the brand of dungarees that I have is literally a kids brand. But they made like adult versions of the dungarees.
For big kids.
Yeah, me. Big kid.
So in the US, you would call this a windbreaker. It breaks the wind.
It breaks the wind. You like Avatar.
Does that mean to fart?
Because like the wind comes and it has this material so it doesn't go through. It breaks the wind, yeah?
On the mountain with no one around.
In the UK, we would call this a waterproof jacket, maybe a hiking jacket, because we don't care about the rain, so we just wear whatever. Usually we would wear this to go like hiking or something.
I think we could call this two things, actually. My first thought was I would call it a blouse, but you can also call it like a button-up shirt.
In the UK, I think we would just simply call this a shirt. Just a shirt.
And then a regular like t-shirt, so it would be t-shirt. Do you say t-shirt? Give us a t-shirt or you just call everything shirt?
I call it a t-shirt.
Oh, t-shirt.
What do you call it? A shirt?
What do I call a t-shirt? A t-shirt? Wait, what's the question?
Different kinds of shirts, like that's button up. So we would specify button up because it has button. But what if it doesn't have button?
Then it's just a t-shirt.
Oh, t-shirt.
What if it's long sleeve?
What if it's
A long sleeve t-shirt.
long sleeve t-shirt?
Okay.
If it's like we say shirt, just shirt without the T, then it's implied that it has buttons.
Dress shirt kind of situation.
The US, we call this a thrift store, thrift shop.
In the UK, we would call this a charity shop. The proceeds go to charity, and each one is like designated to a specific charity. So like the name will be named after whichever charity the money goes to.
Well, I think that same in the US, charity store is like called Goodwill, right? So proceeds would go to charity as well. But then I think there would also be just regular stores where it doesn't go to any.
I think so too. Just
right?
secondhand shop.
Yeah,
we also call
secondhand.
it like a secondhand shop. Maybe it comes from because we also say the word thrifty. I don't know what came from what or which one was first or second. Thrifty means like cheap kind of or like a sale. So because at the store you get a lot of good deals. Yeah. My first thought was spaghetti strap, specifically.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think we can call this many things like cami, which when I think of cami, I think of it something specifically you wear under your clothes. And then a tank top, which can be either this one or a thicker one.
right.
And then to be like very specific, we would say spaghetti strap.
Oh man, I used to call it spaghetti strap when I was a kid, when I was younger.
Spaghetti strap.
Little spaghetti.
Yeah.
In the UK, I think we'd call it a vest top. I think my mum would mostly call it a vest top. When I think of tank top, I think of thicker straps versus a vest or like a cami kind of seems thinner. It could just be me.
Yeah, I think so. Or like if it's really thin, then I would call it like a strappy top. I feel like you guys say it's like spaghetti straps. I would call it like a strappy top, which now I'm saying it out loud sounds really weird.
No, it sounds right.
Okay.
Spaghetti strap doesn't sound any more normal.
I love it.
So in the US, we call this a vest.
In the UK, we call this a waistcoat because it coats your waist.
Coats.
Straight in there with the explanation.
Isn't that where the word coat comes from? Because it's like coating your body.
I guess that makes sense.
Waistcoat. Have you heard that before?
Never.
Seriously? Really?
I've never heard of a waistcoat. Yeah.
That's madness to me.
Because vest is so commonly used.
Yeah. We would have no other word for this. Yeah. We would call these rain boots in the US.
We would call these wellies. Much cuter, I think.
So cute.
So cute. Wellingtons.
Yeah. These days I've heard it called wellings or wellies in the States sometimes too, just because of the brand. Over the last few years or so, I've heard that as well.
It's catching on.
I think it's more trendy than like rain boots. Yeah, like no one wants to say, oh, I'm going to buy some rain boots. Like you want to say, oh, I'm going to buy some wellies.
So in the US, we would call this a raincoat.
In the UK, we would call this a Mac or a rain Mac.
Mac? Why Mac?
Macintosh.
Macintosh. No, that's Apple Macintosh. I don't think that they invented these before
They moved on to
computers. Rain Mac, it probably does come from a name of somebody, but it's definitely not that one.
Like, oh, there goes Mac again with his raincoat.
See, it could be. He could have been called like Mac, the guy. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I would just call it my Mac. But now I don't say it because of that.
So that could get confusing, right?
Bring your Mac. Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the US, we would call this a jumpsuit.
In the UK, we'd call it a boiler suit. I think because of usually it was janitors who would wear it, and so the boiler room, janitor, that kind of association.
I bet you're boiling inside of it.
I don't know. Maybe just there in the boiler room, like sweating.
It's hot. It's like one big thing. You're probably boiling inside.
It's funny that you call it jumpsuit though, because we have something else that we call a jumpsuit. Usually like no sleeves, and it's more like feminine kind of one piece, maybe not one.
Romper?
Romper. Yes.
That's what we call a romper.
I feel like that makes more sense because you can jump into it.
Yeah. It's
Who's jumping? How are you jumping into it, Christina?
Well, if there's like, little sleeves, you can just jump right in and you're in. I don't know.
That's how Christina gets dressed in the morning.
I wish.
Maybe this one's probably stupid, but maybe just the shirt, because I feel like there's so many different terms for different kinds of shirts. Like we really specify what kind of shirt we're wearing in the States. So it sounds weird to just call it like a shirt. I don't know.
But then we specify the other ones. That's like the shirt, and then the other ones have different names.
Yeah.
I see.
I like the jumpsuit because I just wonder who came up with that and how did it become the way
Christina,
it was.
because she jumps into it.
Who started this whole jumping?
I thought it was fun. It was really interesting to hear like the different words for different things. Actually, a lot of the UK terms I didn't already know. Yeah, I learned a lot.
I was fascinated that you guys had never heard of a waistcoat. That to me kind of blew my mind.
That's my most interesting one. I'm changing it. I forgot about that one, the waistcoat. That just doesn't make sense to me. Is it because it like sits on your waist?
Yeah.
It's a coat on your waist.
But don't most things sit on your waist, kind of?
But only like, it's only here. It's like here and here.
That's true, because the buttons.
So today we compared USA and UK fashion terms.
If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.